Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Friends in Fashion. Yep, I'm back. And my fourth guest is one of Nigeria's most sought-after fashion stylists whose work has been seen in the likes of Genevieve magazine, This Day magazine with Jidena, Chic magazine with the famous Mayowa Nicolas. She's worked with the likes of Rita Dominic, Osasi Godaro. The list of celebrities is endless. Like, she's a famous fashion stylist. And the first time we met was on the set of 1702 ad campaign, where I was working. I was producing the BTS for Spice TV, and she was the famous bombshell stylist on the set. So I had to find out who is this person. As you can see, that campaign was really bombshell. So I had to find out who this Yummie Ogbebor is. Yummie Ogbebor, welcome to my channel, Yummie. Good to finally have you on the ESO series. So when we first met, you had just moved back, right? How long have you been working in the industry, in the Nigerian fashion industry?
Give or take a little over 3 years.
How has it been?
Bittersweet. That's the best way I can describe it. Because it's not just working, I also moved back. So it's like I had to adjust to living in Nigeria. Just, it's like yin and yang, hot and cold. So it's like you have to adjust culturally. And but I have to say, working here has been amazing. It's no, really. I think I tell everyone that I'm like, I hate living here. I really do. I'm not gonna lie. I don't enjoy living in Nigeria because I'm such a simple person, and Nigeria is way too extra for me. I'm one of those people that I guess I've always loved fashion, but I didn't know, or not loved fashion, that's the wrong word. I've always been good at putting things together, at seeing the bigger picture, the complete picture, but I didn't know that I was any different from anyone else because I thought everyone thought like me. So it was when I got older and I started noticing people would randomly tell me, oh my God, great style, great eye, great this. It's like people just keep saying the same thing and I'm like, why is everyone telling me that? There's nothing special what I just did. Everyone does the same thing, So things like that, and kind of just hit me that, okay. My first styling job in Nigeria was Osasi Godaro. Yes. I can't remember the exact first time I styled her, but I was introduced to her by my brother. And when she came, we kind of just talked, it's kind of like that kind of thing where she's from New York. And I'm like, I know you don't know me, I don't know you. So it was kind of like the secret. It's not really a secret. For me, it's basically, I was confident enough to know that I could do something, and but obviously to realize that she didn't owe me anything. So I didn't want her to feel like, okay, I'm gonna pay this person, but I don't know her strength. So I just said, how about you just let me style you for 3 months, free of charge, but I have to style you every step you take. And all you have to just do is just give me the credit, styled by Yummie. And, so SAS was like the beginning of that journey, and people didn't even know me, but then they started noticing the styled by Yummie, and she would get calls to say, your stylist, can I do this? Can I do that? Or people would she would literally come in and go, oh my God, I just met this person. They're like, whoever your stylist is, stick to her. And I'm like, so it was that. So it was one job from that just led to another and to another and to another. And
how did you know it was the right time for you to start your own clothing store? When did you think it was the right time?
I'd been in Nigeria for maybe 1.5 years, almost 2, and so I think we'd stated earlier that styling or the fashion business in general, I think any business anywhere, if you don't have an office or if you don't have your own space, it's really difficult for people to take you seriously. So if a client who doesn't know you and who's still trying to struggle with the fact that someone is going to come and bring me pieces and they're going to style me and then they quote some amounts and they're like, yeah, but I'm meeting her in a coffee shop, or she's coming to my house, or I'm coming to her house and I'm in her bedroom. It's very difficult for anyone to kind of really take you seriously, you know. So it got to the point where I was working a lot. I was getting jobs, but I didn't feel like people were taking me seriously as a business owner. I am running a business, but at that point I was running a business, but it was a business out of my car and my apartment, you know. So I had that frustration, and my brother, you know, he just said, why don't you just get a space? I never thought I would, actually, to be honest. I never thought I would get a space. I just said it was perfect, the whole intimate thing, going from one location to another. But at that point, it made sense, but then again, I think everything that's happened in my life has happened for a reason, because it made sense, but within a week, I'd found this, well, not this specific space, but I'd found a space around here, and, you know, within 3 weeks, I'd found this space. I didn't even really have the money. It was, you know, in Nigeria, it's like, you do things yourself. I supported myself, happily so, you know, and you know, it was my income from starting and everything that, you know, had to now pay deposit for this. But when I got this space, it looked nothing like this. Absolutely nothing. I wish I could show you pictures. It was it was kind of like you bought a house and you had to start from scratch. But you're starting from scratch. You're trying to do this, but you're still trying to work. You're still trying to figure things out, you know, and all of that. And Nigeria doesn't make it so easy, but it took me about 6 months to kind of, you know, get it together, to get it to where I want it to be, because I'm also someone that when I do something, I either do it well, I don't do it at all.
What are the challenges you face as a business owner in Nigeria?
Well, for the business, I mean, for the business in general, the challenges in government is, like, for the past, 2 months, been running on generator.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
NEPA. That's one thing. Yeah. So you have to buy 4 every other day, you know, and traffic. And, you know, we have random people that come from different government organizations that come to tax us for radio and TV and parking and ridiculous things like that, but there's also no support system. With clients, I think so far when people come to the studio, because they see the space, they take me more seriously, they take my craft more seriously. I also take myself more seriously, actually, because it's, you know, it's that, yeah, so I think, you know, with people, it's my responsibility to create the awareness. But I've been lucky that with the people that have come in, you know, it's like, even if they don't buy anything, you know, but they come in and they see a little space like this, and they, you know, if it makes them feel good, and they're always like, well, nice space, I'll come back, whatever, whatever. So from the people that I converse with, I think they love our style. They love that we own our style. When I say that is we embrace it, you know, but what they see as our style is more of the real traditional outfits. So with the new fashion, with the high fashion that we have in Nigeria, I think that that's more for us. I don't think the international market is really looking at that per se. So it's not like the way you'd go, well, in Japan, you know, your streetwear and stuff, and you can kind of, you know, they have their own style. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. Well, I can't really say Africa, because Africa is huge. So let me use Nigeria, for example. So in Nigeria, we have a few that have a style, but most people kind of emulate the West.
So it's kind of like, it's like what they already see in the West is what they're seeing here on streets.
So let me use you for example. Sharon, you have your style. You walked into my studio, fabulous, wearing an Ankara, you know, crop top with jeans and stuff. That's your style. But there are not many of you, there are not enough of you in Nigeria to make that fashion relevant enough where people outside of Nigeria, or outside of Africa are talking about the Lagos style. We haven't gotten to the point where we've our signature style. So it's like when I think of South Africa and you think about like Alexandra and Soweto, what do you think? They wear the Converse. They have their style with the tracksuits and their hats. It's your signature. But if you look at our entertainers who are famous, what do they wear? It's Gucci head to toe. But what's the difference between the Nigerian entertainer who's known worldwide and Beyonce, who's known worldwide? They're both wearing the same things.
Yeah, I'm getting you.
Yeah, so that's what I mean, is that I'm not generalizing that everyone is wearing, everyone is wearing the same thing. In Nigeria, I feel like there's so many stylish people. There's so many talented designers, the likes of Guzzle Green, Encore, Gray, Style Temple. We have so many designers who actually are true to their own aesthetics. But I don't think there are enough of us what word am I using for? I don't think there are enough of us to put us on the map.
How do these perceptions impact upon your business? How do you use them to your own advantage?
I think being a stylist works for me both ways. I work here, I go around. It's also my way of also supporting businesses, fashion businesses. I patronize them a lot. I buy their pieces. Even though I purchase the pieces, I still use to style and still give them the credit. I purchase your pieces, I take it abroad as well, and I sell it, and the people abroad still give them the credit. They actually don't even get the credit. They don't go, they got it from, the studio. They're mentioning the designer, and the designer is reposting it, but they don't even know how I got there. But that's my contribution. That's what I do. But it's also using that to my advantage. That's my way of converting Naira. It's two things. I convert Naira to dollars.
The big question on the table, Yummie, does Africa need Vogue or Vogue needs Africa?
To be honest, I don't think either needs either. I think Vogue is already strong on their own, and I think Africa is making a name on its own because we have a lot of talented Africans. You have Dorolo, even though he's not based here, he's African. His pieces are still African pieces. They're inspired, So it's. You get the likes of Stella McCartney, who a year ago she did a collection with Ankara pieces. It's obviously she was inspired by, because she didn't just do Ankara pieces. The style was also African. So I think that's us making a statement without the help of Vogue so far.
And what would you like to see change about the way African fashion is presented, or the way African fashion is, like our industry is? What would you like to see change about this?
I think the first thing that irks me the most is we need to stop seeking validation from the West. I think it comes down to it's almost like, if I don't love myself, how am I going to expect you to love me? So I think that's the biggest fundamental issue, is once we stop seeking validation from the West, we would then be in the position to actually grow beyond our imagination.
Finally, final question. What is your mission and how do you plan to achieve it, or how are you working towards achieving it?
I think my mission, I can't really elaborate, but I think that I'm on my mission right now. I'm slowly and steadily doing it. It's to be the best at what I do, and to be known for my work. But not just me. It's bigger than me. But I can only do it a step at a time, and I feel like I'm what word would I use? Like, honey that attracts flies or bees or whatever. So it's just, you're there, and slowly it just, it sticks to you, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So when you choose to be better than who you were yesterday, I think you also make people more accountable to want to strive to be better.
Alright guys, that was actually really interesting. Thank you so much, Yummie, for coming to tune me on my channel. I had so much fun. I love this space. Like, I totally love this space. I'll be coming back.
Thank you.
Yeah,
we'll be happy to have you back. You
Yeah.
actually complement our space. You fit right in. Yeah, you fit right in.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, if you want to follow Yummie and her work, you can follow at the studio by Yummie or follow her personally s.b.yummie. It's on the screen right now, guys. Till next time, don't forget to rise, pray, grind, and shine.